Hello, people. She grew up in the Indiana town, had a good-looking mom who never was around, but she grew up tall and she grew up right with the Indiana boys on the Indiana 9. She moved down here at the age of 18. She blew the boys away, was more than they seen. I was introduced and we both started grooving. I said I dig it, baby, but I gotta keep moving on. Keep moving on. Last dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain. Summer creeping in and I'm tired of this time again. Moved down here, the age of 18. She blew the boys away, was more than they seen. I was introduced and we both started grooving. I said, oh crap. Let's dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain. Summer creeping in, I'm tired of this time again. Pigeons down on a market square. She's standing in her underwear, looking down from a hotel room. Nightfall will be coming soon. Whoa, my, oh hell yes. You got to put on that party dress. Too cold to cry when I woke up alone. I hit the last number and walked to the road. Last dance with Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain. Summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. Now live from the Boca Raton show, from Boca Raton, it's the Brooklyn Cafe show. Alright, you can start the intro now, by the way.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Yes, we are a little late. Jojo, yes, I'm sorry we're a little late. Some other people are texting me, where's the show?
I look like I've been to the beach.
You have been.
Do I look a little orange?
Yeah, that's
I
because
do?
you're holding your breath.
I look orange from holding my breath?
Yes. If you didn't, you look blue. Do you know that today's show we're going to dedicate to catching up because there's new things going on.
There's a lot of new things
that we're
going on.
trying to, and we don't have enough time in the day.
Who are you? Pleasure to meet you. 8 years, I'm your partner. Nice to see you.
I'm going to give you the wet fish. Wet fish.
Do you ever wonder when people shake your hands, do you judge them based on their handshake?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do?
Yes. Called the wet fish.
All right, so what do you think? If they do that?
Wet fish?
Yeah.
No,
No?
I don't think so.
What if they do? What if it's a woman, a girl, or a guy? Does it make a difference?
Yes. Some women shake hands harder than men. It's unbelievable.
Is that bad?
Oh my God, we met somebody at the fair, Lynn. I think I lost a finger.
But then I got a handshake like that.
No, I don't shake. When they do that, I go, you know what? Why don't you give me the fist bump?
Is it a thing? I mean, you guys see a difference when someone shakes your hand?
If a guy does it and he does a little flimsy thing, I don't know.
Do you shake hands or do you like flim?
I like a fist bump now because I mean, you know, I don't want to. I got sweaty hands. I don't want people touching my hands.
Oh, that's another thing. Sweaty hands.
There's nothing I can do about that.
You have sweaty hands?
I got clammy hands because I get nervous all the time. I got bad.
He's Mr. Clammy. Do you shake hands?
I do. Sometimes
do you
people
fist bump?
squeeze. No, I don't fist bump. Because you never know what. I never know the direction. It's like this. It's like this. Like, what's the fist bump? Like, what's the direction?
I'm not even good at shaking hands because literally, when we went to the job fair, the dude went for a fist bump, but I went for a handshake, and then he switched up, and I switched up at the same time.
Exactly. It's like rock, paper, scissors. Who's going to do what?
I'm not good at it at all.
It happens. Nobody knows what to do anymore. It's funny because when you do a fist bump with Braxton, he broke my ring.
Punches you. He doesn't
He
do
punches. He doesn't know it's a little tappy.
You know, I saw when you went to shake the guy's hand, he did a fist bump, and then he went to shake her hands, and you, Josh, goes, I'm really just not good at this. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do.
That's literally what I told him.
I know, I heard you say that. Fist bump or shaking hands, Jalen? I don't mean fist, sorry. I said fish bump.
Fish bump?
Fish bump.
That must be the one with the foot.
Fist bump. You do the fist bump? Yeah. You go sit next to Josh.
Yeah, just take that mic over
there.
there.
Get on camera, kid.
Do they, now it's becoming social circles. When you do business, it's usually a handshake. But
yeah.
I ask people, did you wash your hands?
And then my hands are always wet because there's never enough paper towels in the bathroom. Stop it.
Why?
Do you have a thing where you don't dry your hands?
Because wet hands usually mean one of two things, and I don't want to think what the other one is.
No, because there's never the right amount of paper towels. That people use these hand dryers. I hate the hand dryers. I'd much prefer paper towels. And people are trying to save paper, so they use the hand. So then you like
in a public restroom.
So
you don't dry your hands.
I'd actually rather have the hand dryer instead of the one where you have to wave your hand and have it come down. That thing takes way too long.
Right? You just got to go.
Now, do you ever wipe it on your clothes? I mean, you just wash them.
No.
Liars.
You wipe it on your clothes?
Of course.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I go out going like this. I'm doing the
towels.
spaghetti dance.
So after my airplane but delay, I had to go to the bathroom so badly, but I didn't have time because they were boarding by the time I got through security. So luckily, the plane, I said to the flight attendant, I got to use the right verbiage. Are your bathrooms open this early? She said, of course they are. No paper towels in the bathroom. I don't know what you're supposed to use to dry your hands. So I quickly unrolled all the toilet paper, and all it did was stick to my hands. So then I'm walking around the plane going like this, and there's toilet paper all over my hands because I had no paper towels in the bathroom of the airplane. Does that even make sense to you?
That's where you use your clothes.
No, you
So
put
what are you
your
supposed
you
to
put your
use?
hands out in the window, out the window, and let it air dry.
Fly.
Yeah.
Air dry on the airplane.
You're blowing your fingers.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, and then
Do you-
it's like stuck to my fingers.
Do you remember when there used to be a laboratory, a toilet, right in the middle of the plane?
I think they do on large planes
In
still.
the middle.
In the middle,
Yeah.
not
On the
at the
back.
ends. It's right in the middle.
When
so
you fly overseas, they have
yes. So when you sit down, if you are unfortunate enough to sit across from one of them bad boys, it is the worst seat on the plane. Me and my Aunt Gloria got to sit in one, and the plane hit an air pocket, and the door opened when the guy was
Oh,
sitting
no.
on the toilet.
No.
And I look at him and say, how you doing? The guy couldn't close the door. It was hilarious.
They still have them when you fly overseas.
Oh, don't ever use that bathroom.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Don't use that bathroom because God only knows what's going to happen in there.
But it's the handshake. The fact that we're talking about toilet humor. See, I told you we should have done the. Remember, we were going to do that whole segment in the toilet because you used to have a partner that did that.
He used to take his
Stall. We were
clothes
going to call it
off.
stall tactics, like toilet stall.
Okay.
But we never did that
Les
segment.
used to take his clothes off to go to the bathroom.
I think it's a guy thing.
This is a grown
We should
man.
go around and find our favorite bathroom, like local bathroom to use. I will say at the old radio station, that was my favorite.
Seriously.
Why?
I swear to God.
Why?
Because okay, so you had it was a one singular bathroom or toilet in there, and you had the door, you could lock that, but it also had a stall as well inside, so it was like extra privacy. That's the only reason why I liked it so much.
He likes his privacy.
I like my privacy.
Well, I'm going to take a tree outside and I'll put a wood bench around it so you can have all the privacy you want.
Even with the sign on the door, we have a certain producer that never locks the door.
Braxton.
No. Well, I don't know, but there's a female
Bailey?
producer.
Bailey doesn't lock the door?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. We should
Maybe you
ask
should-
her.
Well, I mean, most houses don't have locks on the bathroom in their house, so maybe
Really?
she's not used to it.
You don't have a lock on your
Do
bathroom
you
door?
lock-
I have a lock on my bathroom.
You
but I
lock
know
your
other
bathroom
people-
in your house? Wait a minute. Hold on.
That's
No, I know other people that have bathrooms in their house and they don't have locks on those doors.
I do lock my bathroom door when I go
In
in.
your house?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys lock the bathroom in your house?
Yes.
Yes.
Because people feel it's free reign to walk in.
In your house?
Yes. If my door is closed to the bathroom, I don't want you in there, or I wouldn't have closed the door. And if you're still going to come in, I'm going to lock it so you can't come in. 100%.
In your house?
Yes. You don't do that?
No. If they come in, I tell them, I get verbal and say, get out.
So that's why I lock it, to avoid the verbal the conflict. Just don't do it.
They go in there to find something.
What's
Something. A Q-tip. A tweezer. Whatever. And it says, now? Really? They going in there because they're nosy. That's, what it-
hence locking of the door. People don't understand privacy. I was talking to someone this morning, and she was talking. It's just privacy and being around crowds, and it's a whole different feel post-COVID. Not everyone is quite ready to do that. Are you ready to do it? Although you go in the mosh pit on concerts,
Yeah. Well, for concerts,
it doesn't count.
you kind of have to let the music take control of you. Yeah.
so it doesn't.
Don't you feel nervous
Crowds
being
don't
among
count.
all them armpits and smelly armpits?
No.
And other bodily functions?
There
'Cause I'ma
was
tell
a-
ya,
That's gross.
There was a guy there, and there was like an actual mosh pit for one of the shows because it was a little bit of a heavier concert. There was a guy there that looked like an absolute tank. I did not want to get in front of him at all. Or he was just massive. It would have been
Concerts in
scary.
summer here, forget about it.
I went to a concert outside in the park. I went to see a band that we know. I can't remember the name of the band, but we knew them. And I sat down in the grass thinking, wait till they come out. And you sit down like a human being and you watch this thing, right? Oh, no. As soon as they came out to sing, everybody stands up. And I'm looking around. And I have all this booty in my face and that heated sun. And it's no good. I don't like that.
It's like, what is
I got to go.
the concert in May, Sunfest? You
That's
guys
what it
go?
was, Sunfest.
It used to be good.
No.
It
No,
used to be good. I was gonna go to. I went there a couple times. I saw Weezer there, and I saw Boston there. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, but the people smell.
No, they don't.
Oh my God! I had this blonde come up to me. Hey, how are you? I thought she was. I said, well, nice blonde, right? Woo!
Because it's hot outside in Florida.
It's very
in May.
hot.
In May, there's nothing
and
you can
wiping
do.
the stink on me.
Why did you go to Sunfest?
Because I won tickets when we were at iHeart. Remember? You wouldn't go, so I had to go because
Still
I
don't.
made promises.
It's not a thing.
I went, and I
Oh.
saw some nice bands.
I don't understand why we don't have bigger concerts down in South Florida.
They're coming.
Well, like
coming.
Lollapalooza is one of the biggest festivals of all time. They're in Chicago this year. I think, what do we have in Miami? What's it called?
Yeah, what's the big
Rolling
one you have
Loud?
in like Bayfront Park?
Huh? Bayfront.
Ultra? No, that's
Ultra.
the.
Oh, they just had that this past weekend too, Miami Ultra. But that's all EDM, electronic music.
Yeah, I don't like
lot
that
of
either.
EDM
It sounds like I'm losing my mind.
In Orlando, they have another event there, but that's also electronic music as well too.
Teddy loves all those concerts.
Now, you know what's happening is see what happened down in Miami a couple of weeks ago? They don't want, what is that when the kids go to college, come out of college?
Spring break?
Spring break in Miami no more. The mayor is trying to pass
That's because there was a huge shooting.
There's shootings.
They had curfews at like 9 o'clock, 9
Yeah.
p.m.
They want to, they're going to put a curfew. Everybody's got to be off the street by 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. They don't want any more of that stuff in Miami.
So they're going to put a curfew on that because of shootings. But yet, our great governor is signing this new bill that's going to let you conceal your weapons without. And
Not
do
even conceal. He's going to
can-
have it wide open.
just open permit. Yep. So
He's more focused on that instead of
for the
you know,
shootings.
well, he's banning all transgender books. He's even what was it in Tennessee?
Yeah, they're getting rid of drag shows in Tennessee.
They
because
ready
it-
what?
Drag shows in Tennessee
Oh,
because
yeah, that's because that's
like-
real important. That's like changing the world. The
it's
drag show.
sexual,
That-
too sexual for your children.
Yeah,
but like, who takes their
that's
kids?
what's hurting our children.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true because
Not a
when
bullet
Freddie
going
was
through them.
4, I took him to every drag show in the world. And I said, I want you to learn your life from this stage. Come on,
And
that's
now we
stupid.
can walk around Florida without permits to conceal weapons, and
Now, did
Yeah.
you see what happened?
we're going to burn books. Explain to me what our
Yeah,
country
I
is
was
doing.
in the hat, with the Dr. Seuss series.
Don't say that.
They're burning Dr.
No,
Seuss.
I'm
I
not.
understand where you're going from, but it's. I
I'm
hate when people bring that up.
What, Dr. Seuss?
nothing.
Oh, what Jalen said?
With the burning books thing.
Well,
Have you ever
by
heard
burning
Fahrenheit
books, I mean, they
451?
won't let you read them.
Of what?
Yeah.
Fahrenheit 451.
Yes.
They try to make us read that in middle school, like we would understand that what's going on. In middle school, I'd be happy to burn books.
In
If
middle
you
school,
didn't
you
have
want
to
to burn
read, you'd be happy to
everything.
burn all the books. Now, did you see also in Nashville, where they had the shooting, that the substitute teacher was good friends with the governor's wife? And the governor is pro-guns. We gotta have more guns and more guns. The wife and the governor were supposed to have dinner with the lady that was killed yesterday. She was killed the day before, but she was supposed to go to dinner at their house. So what do you do when you stick your foot in your mouth? What do you tell the public?
Dawn was right.
Says, yeah, we have to do more. Do more? You ain't done nothing. Declare an AK-57 illegal. Now, the problem here is that the 3 guns, 2 of them that were used in that whole thing, were legal.
Should
The
permits
third
for them.
one, well, somebody had a permit. She got a permit. It's how you use the weapon. It isn't buying the problem is not buying, is the mental illness that's embedded in this whole thing. So
Do they
it's just-
have a motive as to why?
they don't know.
Everyone has their own different motive.
They killed the principal, and she
No, I
was
mean,
going
as
after
to why
the
she wasn't. That's why she went to the
she
school.
was
in
going
the
after
first
the
place.
pastor. Also, she killed the principal. She going. I think that the kids that she shot was just carnage. But did you see the video when the cops went in?
They said 11 minutes from the first phone call.
Did you see how they attacked? And there was these two officers, and I got to give credit because the cops take so much abuse
Yep.
for bad things. And that guy, he loaded up and told his people, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And they ran in there, and they went hunting for this kid. And they did the first floor, and they went in the second floor. And it isn't like they stood off to try to talk to this kid. They shot the kid almost instantly. They didn't negotiate. They didn't do none of that. They just went in and stopped the carnage. I've never seen anything like that in my life. It looked like a video game.
Yeah, but think about that. This is what our country has come down to, that this is what we're doing. People are going in and shooting up schools with children. How do you feel safe to send your kids to school?
You know,
In other words, what place would you like to travel the most to?
In other words, where would you like to go? So my kids, they're in Spain for their honeymoon.
Where are they going?
They're in Barcelona right now. But they've got major jet lag.
well, if they go to Paris, they can join the riots there.
So they've got major jet lag. So they call us like 8:45 last night. The first thing you say, it's dark on FaceTime. You okay? We're fine. It's 2:45 in the morning. Why are you calling? We've got jet lag. So they're sitting in bed on their honeymoon, calling us with major jet lag, eating snacks, the same snacks that we have here, because I guess all took them on the plane. But they said it's just beautiful. The weather's beautiful, and they're in this hotel that is
the weather's
just
beautiful. It's nighttime.
between these great shopping, and there's Hermes, and there's Lenchop, and Longchamp. And
Well, they could go to Italy if they want some.
they're doing that over the summer.
Well, they may not be. I mean, not Italy, France. There may not be a France left the way this, because they increased the retirement age to 65.
So nobody's retiring?
No, people are revolting because it was 62.
I'm trying to change the subject, but he seems to keep getting back on
Or-
revolts.
Or you can go to Israel, where there's another revolution going on.
Oh my gosh. So one of our friends flew in.
Did you hear about this one?
One of our friends, Aaron's best lady, flew in from Israel. She went to high school with him. She made Aliyah to Israel. She goes to leave on Monday morning. The airport's closed because they're all protesting whatever happened with
Did you hear about
the
it?
government. They ended up, I don't know, she left and I guess she got in. but-
Israel is a democracy, right?
Yeah.
And they have, like us, they have the Supreme Court. So Netanyahu, Mr. Maniac, and his funny cabinet of right-winger Trumpers decided that they are going to put down the Supreme Court. It's going to be the jurisdiction of the government. So they will tell you what's legal and not legal, not the Supreme Court. Now, in our country, we have 3 branches of the government. That's like who's the president? Biden saying, you, Mr. Supreme Court, are no longer the
They
Supreme
think you're
Court.
funny.
I am not going
What's
to
the 3
tell
branches?
you.
I
Huh?
feel like
What's the 3 branches?
Congress,
No.
the White Congress. I mean the Senate and the White and the
They have
Hey.
names.
Yeah, they have the legislative,
yes,
the judicial.
yes.
Crap.
It's the presidency, the
All right,
judicial,
Jalen,
and
give
the
us the 3
Congress.
branches of government.
Congress,
Legislative, judicial, and
Congress.
Executive
Congress
branch.
is the
Executive,
Senate
yeah,
and
executive branch.
House of Representatives. The Senate is Congress.
That's the legislative branch, yes.
So in Israel, they decide it's unconstitutional what he wants to do. You can't put their Supreme Court to the side and say, I am now going to tell you what you can vote on. No!
Just one person?
Yeah,
He
him
wants
and
it
his
to be
merry
under
men
the jurisdiction
cabinets.
of
Maria,
the
last
government.
I checked, we had an
basically
insurrection.
meaning that if he wanted to pass something
Well,
and the Supreme
United
Court
States,
decided that it wasn't
That was okay?
No, but you don't understand. You can't.
No, you're not supposed to do any of
You
this.
can't have Biden get rid of the Supreme Court.
I'm reading the book, by the way.
Which one?
Undercover.
How is that?
It's pretty good. I don't know how true it is, but it's
Oh,
pretty
it's
good.
100% true. Authentic to the T. They should make a movie about it.
So we gotta watch out for the Brotherhood of Islam.
Now, check this out. Obama, I don't know if I can say this on the air. I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
I'll tell you the deal that was made off the air that he told me. And he told me that what's happening right now, this is all planned. It isn't about the guns. It's something bigger than that. But we don't learn.
I've been reading Frank's book, Trice Angelus, Archangelus. So someone says to me, who's next to me on the plane, what are you doing? I'm reading a book. What book is it? This book. What's it about? Not hard to figure out based on the title of the book.
Was it a female or a male?
Male.
Okay, so that's a come on.
It was Chuck.
That's a come on. What?
It was Chuck. What are you doing?
Oh, it's Chuck?
Reading a book, yes.
Well, Chuck seems to have jet lag. What is wrong with him?
What are you doing?
I'm
What
building
it
a
look
house.
like I'm doing. I'm on the plane with my headphones. So then you put my headphones on, so I pretend like nobody can hear me, or I can't hear them, and I'm watching him pantomime. next to me.
Talk again?
With my headphones in. And so finally he goes, "What are you doing?" "Reading a book." "What is it?" "Got my headphones in." You would think that would cue number 1, 2. No. "What's it about?" Like, no, he's here.
No, he was teasing you.
I'm there, and Chelsea's in the middle. So it's like he has to reach over Chelsea to get my attention.
That's why.
Why?
Because you put Chelsea in the middle. You're supposed to sit next to Chuck and put Chelsea on the outside.
Why?
Because that's what guys, the way we think.
What do you mean? There's a special seating chart as a guy on the airplane?
Yes.
Josh.
Tell her.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, but yeah, if
Thank you.
if you're gonna like put me on the opposite side of Katie, it's gonna tempt me more to mess with her.
Yep,
Seriously?
absolutely.
What are you guys, like 12?
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
We haven't hit.
Seriously?
You haven't hit 12.
You
yet.
don't hit puberty, so you act like you're
Guys
11?
are very insecure people. We like you're traveling. If I'm Chuck, I'm traveling with you. She can sit over there. She ain't got to sit
I
next
sit
to
down,
me.
I get my wipes out,
Nope.
I wipe everything,
Nope,
my
nope.
chairs, the arms,
And
the seatbelt.
and you have to wipe my chair before you wipe
Oh, no,
yours.
you get a
I gotta
wipe.
tell
You can do whatever
no,
you so
no,
choose.
no, because you know how to do it correctly. I
My
like
purse,
the way
you
do
can't
it.
ever put your purse on the floor, so I take out this information, I put it on the floor, I put my purse on top of it, get on my headphones, I sit in my very clean bubble, and I get this. What are you doing?
Because you put Chelsea between you and him. Absolutely, he's 100% correct. That's a man thing.
You do that?
Yeah.
Would you sit in the middle or you sit on the aisle?
No, I don't sit in the middle. I have to sit by the window first. Then you have to clean my chair. Clean my chair.
Someone has to clean the chair for you?
No. If I'm traveling with you, you're going to clean my chair. If I see that you're a germaphobe,
You have 2 hands?
yeah, that's
Why
not the
can't you
point.
clean your own chair?
Because I like the way you do it. It's like you ever have somebody, you get up in the morning, you make coffee,
Yeah.
you want it brought to you?
No.
You know how delicious that tastes? When you make it yourself, it tastes like crap.
I don't know. I make my own coffee every morning.
Well, yeah, I would tell you, where's my coffee?
You're very neat. Did your mother take care of you like that?
Yeah,
Really?
of course, she knew.
She wiped down your seat.
She
She
said-
made you coffee.
For
she
the
made you a
first 10
sandwich.
seconds of life is a man's work. Then after that, the woman can have the rest.
Let's take a
You don't agree? If you're gonna travel with your lady, she should clean the area.
No, I can
nice
take
and
care of
nice.
myself.
You don't. I seen you.
So if you traveled with Katie, you would mess with her.
Everybody's
would you mess
saying
with
it that
Jalen?
you don't.
I'd
So
mess
you're
with
like-
Jalen in a different way though.
Yeah,
Like I would probably like throw like crushed up paper balls or something.
at Jalen.
Yeah.
You do that a lot. Can
Yeah.
I ask you why?
I don't know, I'm bored.
So that's how you amuse yourself? What about conversation?
I'm not good at talking though.
Oh, so you throw paper planes at people.
Yeah.
It's like the thing that Nickelodeon made.
The
That was,
origami.
that
That
was
video you guys did was hilarious.
hilarious. That's like an opening bit to a comedy
We
show.
should really play that more often because that was a funny skit she did.
We have one of Abraham's piece too. They should play that when we come back from commercial break.
All right, let's go to commercial break. And is he
You
here?
know, we didn't talk about anything I wanted to talk
We
about.
still have an hour left.
I wanted to talk about some of the latest and greatest stuff we're working on.
All right, tune in on the other side of this commercial break. See some of the latest and greatest
Dawn,
things
will you clean my chair?
I do every day. We're working on. I clean the studio.
No, I mean this
And
chair.
Coffee news. So more to come. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. I want to hear everyone's cleaning habits on the airplane because you know me.
I want to know how G-Man gets on a plane.
Let's ask. Stay tuned and we will be right back.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
A successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Are you compromising your medical care for doctors out of your network? Are you tired of dealing with referrals to see a specialist? Are you aware that you can save up to $155 a month on your Medicare premiums? You need an all-in-one benefits company that can help with all of your Medicare plan needs. Call today, All-in-One Benefits Group at 954-614-5488. We're here to find an all-in-one plan for you. 954-614-5488. Call today for open enrollment.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Ant Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies.
Baby, you can drive my car. ABC, easiest 1, 2, 3. Good vibration.
Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Good afternoon. It's Conversations with Affirmations with Moa. And today's affirmation is, today's going to be a really, really good day. I'm excited to wake up today and experience this beautiful life that I'm creating with my thoughts and my visions. Today, I align myself with freedom, growth, and joy. I'm grateful that my life is so happy and successful. And that's your affirmations for the day.
I like that. Conversations and affirmations with G-Man.
That's because the G-Man has been doing Sarah Spiritual on Wednesday nights. It's tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Sarah Spiritual will be on 6:30 to 9 o'clock. And he's gotten spiritual.
I like that a lot.
You like the hair?
I like the hair. I like the whole look.
I tell him to keep the hair that way. He looks like Don Cornelius. So he puts the mic underneath. He goes, "And how you doing?"
But he said he changed his hair again.
He does.
He's got more hairstyles than me.
He got more hair than me.
That's true.
But
That's
styles than you is not true.
More hairstyles.
And I want to thank you guys for writing in. Yes, I understand that you take a plane and you do your things. JoJo, naughty girl, but I like it. And we have somebody on the line.
Gary from Delray. He travel. Gary from Delray, give us a call back. They're all going to let me know how they clean
Bring
the
out 5
plane
and 6
area
so
around
we can
them.
put them here in case they call.
When you fly on a plane, G-Man, do you clean the seat? What do you clean?
After I use the bathroom.
You don't clean the area you're going to sit in, right?
No, I just sit.
Do you know, Linda puts down paper, cleans the seats next to her, and after that, and the one behind. Now, if there's somebody sitting in it, she asks.
Does she spray them down?
Oh, my God. Spray them down. She has a mask, and she's like the white tornado.
I don't do all that. I just clean my bubble.
It shines.
I just clean my bubble. Leave me in my bubble. And like I put this virtual bubble around myself, and then I'm good. Don't like, but if you enter my bubble.
Meanwhile, the moment that people are on that plane, every Jimmy Jam is in the air now.
I know.
I'm sucking up smells.
They cough, they sneeze. So I flew with a mask on.
Really?
I flew with a mask on. But then I went to a wedding with 200 people and decided when I flew home who needed a mask because no one at the wedding had a mask on. No one anywhere has a mask
Listen,
on.
if you're going to get sick, you're going to get sick. If you had your shots, you should be protected. You get sick for a couple of days, and then hopefully it moves on.
So tell me about your affirmations and your conversations. I like that spot.
Oh, yeah. I thought of it when I was in California one time. And then I thought it would have been a good thing, like, the word of the day or something like that. So it's like the affirmation of the day.
What's your affirmation of today?
Oh, I didn't get one. Actually, I did get one from my mom.
Your mom sends you the
I'm
affirmation?
telling you, there's nothing like a mother and a
She
son.
sends different type things, but just so be it's like an affirmation. It says, "Good morning, it's a new morning. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I'm blessed to be alive. I'm protected, thankful, and grateful. Have a blessed day."
That's nice. So when your mom would pack you lunch when you were little, did you get like heart-shaped sandwiches or little notes in your bag?
Just the lunchbox with sandwich and some juice.
Did you get that bologna sandwich?
I'd put a note in their lunch every day.
Did you get that bologna sandwich?
Usually like turkey.
I feel like I was in jail. I got the bologna sandwich.
My dad would drop patties off sometimes out of nowhere. That would be the best.
You had hot food?
Yeah.
My mother used to send me with my Wild Wild West lunchbox.
You were 6.
Whatever. Until I was in college. And she always had grape juice in it. And grape juice is
warm. Ooh.
Warm grape juice. No, but it used to stay cold. And she never gave me a cupcake. It was a bologna sandwich or 2. And that was lunch. And I used to go, and there was a few guys like Theodore. He said to me, "I would trade you my hot lunch for your cold lunch." I didn't have to think twice for that. I said, "Rip, rip, rip, rip." Went on the line, got some mashed potatoes and some chicken. And he's eating my bologna and cheese sandwich.
On white bread with mayonnaise?
I said to him, "Isn't that delicious?" He goes to me, "Yours is really good."
And it stuck to the roof of his mouth. Ever bite into that white bread and just sticks to the roof of your mouth?
Right on the roof of the mouth.
That lasted about 4 days. And then after that, he says, we ain't doing this no more. I said, "Why?" He says, I like my hot lunch. So I used to ask my mother for the $1 for hot lunch. She says, "I can't give it to you every day, but I give it to you every other day."
You do what you got to do.
Yeah, but you had hot lunch. You had that Jamaican patty.
A Jamaican
You remember
patty.
in the day they used to open up the patty, right?
Mhm.
You have a patty, you open it, and you put mozzarella cheese in it, and you close
They call
it.
it a juicy beef patty.
Oh, juicy beef pate? Is that
Yeah.
what it's called?
They put
You like
cheese
that?
in the
You like
middle.
Went to a restaurant, I think it was at the airport. It was a $20 arepa.
To rape who?
$20.
What?
No.
Rape who?
In arepa.
What the hell is that?
Where's his disclaimer? Where's the buzzer when
What
we
is
need
that?
it?
She said a raper.
Rip.
A rape, a rapa. A rapa, not a raper. What's the matter with you? A raper.
I'm looking around like.
Right? So
Where?
am I. So what is a rapa? What is it? Is that a
It
wrap?
was $20 at the airport.
Oh, you can't eat at the airport. You have to bring it in.
At the airport, $20 for one. I said
Oh,
to
I
Chelsea,
believe
maybe
it.
it was a very big one.
A rapa.
Oh no, I believe it.
Right? That
Yep.
was crazy.
Especially if when I'm in California and I'm hungry. It's crazy.
You only
was
get
for a
you only
laundry.
get hungry in California. What about the other states?
I mean, like in the airport when I'm getting ready to board to
Oh,
go
that's
back
right.
home.
You were in California.
I go back and forth
You went
every
to
now
see
and
your old
then.
lady.
Yeah,
How was it?
it was nice.
Did she pick you up at the airport?
Yeah,
Did
but
she
she was
go
late.
in, or you had to go to the parking lot?
Say it again.
Did she go into the airport, or you had to go to the parking lot to find her?
No, she came in the airport and picked me up
She
at the
actually
front.
goes and meets you at the gate?
No, not the gate. No. Just the I come out.
No, where you come out.
Yeah, in the front.
She doesn't tell you, I'm in the front, come to the parking lot.
No,
So was there ever a time
never
if she
that
ever
lucky.
didn't pick you up? What would you think?
that never happened yet. I hope that doesn't happen.
How about you? Did your significant other always pick you up, or did you always pick them up?
They say I'm getting there. First of all, they're never on time. Second
Yep.
of all, I'm in the parking lot because I ain't parking to greet you. You got to come out and find it.
So I was dating Chuck. He was flying from somewhere, and I told him, take a taxi. He said, what? I said, I'm not going to the airport this late at night by myself. I'll see you when you get
What
home.
about Mr.
This was when we were younger, and I still didn't do it. It was before Uber or anything. And me in the Miami airport, me as the Uber driver, no, thank you very much. You lost your mic?
Yes.
It's a literal mic drop is all I can tell you.
That's funny that you say that. I took an Uber one time at the airport, an Uber. And the guy goes, do you mind if I go and get gas? And I said, what?
Oh, you said that was a disaster.
I said, you're gonna what? So he takes me to like Harlem in Florida. I don't know what it's called. I have no idea.
Oh,
what
Harlem in Florida,
It was called
Liberty
Sunrise
City.
Boulevard is what it was called.
It was called Liberty something or another.
Liberty City.
So he
Had
takes
to
me
be.
into Liberty. It takes me.
Had to be. Harlem in Florida, Liberty
He takes
City.
me into Liberty City with Linda, who's whiter than me. And we are now in a gas station in the middle of, I don't know, all sorts of deals and stuff happening.
Huh?
And I say to him, brother, what are you doing? He says, oh, I got to get gas. This is the Uber.
I know.
I said, no, Papa. You don't take me, you don't bring me here. You bring me here, we're going to have an issue. He gets his gas, which took forever. Linda, of course, she's freaking out. Then he gets lost in Liberty City. He can't find the highways are shut down because they're working on the road.
Oh no.
I will never take an Uber. I won't show up if there ain't nobody to come get me.
Which is why I called Black Pearl Limousine Service to get me from the airport because of your story. I didn't know what time I was going to get back, and Chuck says, we'll drive the car. I go, no, I'm not driving the car with you because then he's going to get all grumpy and the bags and the whole thing. I wasn't ruining my weekend with him finding the car in the parking garage. He says, well, Uber. And I thought of your story. And I thought me and Chelsea and him in an Uber and luggage everywhere. Nope, not doing that either. So I called Black Pearl Limousine.
That's right. That's the way to do it. And,
gotta do what you gotta
never
do.
take suitcases on a plane. You send your clothes via, I don't know, Federal Express. Send it to where you're going. They don't have to carry anything on a plane. They got mail for that now.
You should have seen my carry-on because I had to take all my wedding things with me because heaven forbid they lost it. I needed clothes at least for the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my gown, my shoes, my makeup, my jewelry, all in my carry-on. Everything else went through. And then coming back, we shipped it all through, except the kiddish cup.
When I used to go to Tampa all the time, I knew all the TSA people. I knew all, and I used to keep clothes in storage at the Tampa Hotel, the Marriott. And they have the airport there. So I knew all the cops there. So I used to say, can I check out what you guys are watching to have fun? And they used to let me watch the things that used to roll through. I'm going to tell you, there's some hilarious gizmos in people's carry-on suitcases. And I used to say, what is that? And he used to laugh. He says, you want to open it up? I said, let's open it. Oh, boy. What the hell is that?
It's kind of funny, isn't it? You never know what people take on the plane.
You never know.
JoJo, I'm afraid to ask what you take
No,
on your plane.
JoJo, I wouldn't take a plane with JoJo. I would send her.
It would be so much fun to take a plane with JoJo.
She's
Can you
scary.
imagine?
She would stand up and she would start playing that wing toss game they play in first class. You ever played the pedal game? The wing toss game? You guys ever have fun?
I would have to see the game first.
It's this wing toss game that you're supposed to catch
Oh,
your
on
wing
the
toss.
stick and you throw it. Yeah.
Want to read horoscopes?
Why?
And the worst is getting picked up by your parents. And they're Caribbean. He tells you soon come. He's never coming.
Wait till you guys are parents. Just wait till you're a dad. And you hear everything coming out of your mouth that you swore you would never say to your
Soon
kids.
come. Soon
Right?
come.
As you're growing up, you're up, I will never say this to my kids. And then it comes out. And you've now suddenly entered the dad zone.
The dad zone
that's it.
happens, I don't know, your
You are
parents.
so in the dad
The dad
zone.
zone happens when your parents leave the house.
He's so
You
the
gotta
dad,
manage
right?
it.
Let me ask you, when you have dinner with your parents, do they ever talk about how they made you? Do they ever
No.
talk about sex?
No.
Yeah.
Your parents ever talk about sex?
No.
Yeah.
Does it freak you out when your parents talk
Yes.
about sex?
Yes.
It
Ew.
does? It freaks you out?
Ew.
It freaks you out too?
Ew.
I mean, ew. If it wasn't for that, ew, you wouldn't even be
Ew,
here.
the stork, the pink stork dropped me in there at some point in life. Ew.
Pink stork. I got some bad news.
Yeah, you had the blue stork,
dad
I got
liked
the
to make
pink. Oh
no jokes
no.
like that.
Well, why is it that kids get so... My mother
Because
used
who
to
wants
used
to
to talk.
envision their parents doing that thing?
I don't say envision. You don't have to envision
If
it.
you're
It
talking
just
about it, you
happened.
envision it.
Yeah.
I used to ask my
Right?
mother for
Exactly.
details.
If
I
you
said-
talk about it, there's that picture in your
I
head.
said, Mom, what time was I conceived? She
Ew.
says, 2:30 in the afternoon.
Ew.
During the soap opera, he came home early one day.
Remember talking about wow? I'm like, ew.
Well, what's
Can
wrong
we
with that?
get a sound effect of
He's
ew?
not going to give me details. So when your child comes out of a woman,
You're freaking out our control room.
when your child comes out, when you guys were born and conceived out of mama, you think you look good? You think that whole apparatus stuff is good? It ain't good. It's a miracle because you get to watch it. But I don't talk about that either. You don't have a problem with that?
No.
Ew. That is so gross.
I don't have a problem with that. But the other thing, envisioning my parents,
So how do you teach your kids about the birds and the bees if you don't talk about
You get a
sex?
book.
You get a
Aaron
book?
came home one day, he was
What, a
5 years
scratch and
old in
sniff?
kindergarten, and he asked me, how are babies made? And I thought, my 5-year-old is asking me this question. What do I tell a 5-year-old?
What do you tell?
So I quick went to the library, I got all these books. He never asked again. So I guess someone must have put this bug in his ear at school, and he came home, and I had all
The
these
teacher
books.
probably told him, Aaron,
Probably.
don't ask that. Well, what you do if your kid asks you, he's 5 years old, Dad, I want to
I
know.
do what
whether-
my dad do. Just say the truth. It was so funny because my dad liked to make little jokes about it. So it's funny.
I think you guys get sex ed in school, don't you?
Yeah.
At what age
Yes.
does it start? Middle school? Elementary school, right?
Like 5th grade.
So apparently now they
There.
want to they don't want to discuss puberty in elementary school
Why?
because they feel it's too young and they shouldn't discuss sex ed or puberty until middle school.
Why?
Because our politicians who seem to think they know everything.
Politicians who have probably had more illegal sex than any human beings on
I'm
the
not
planet.
even talking about sex, but girls nowadays are going through puberty much, much younger.
But you have to teach
So
them.
they do not. They want to take that out of the school system.
That's ridiculous.
Because they feel it's too young, and the girl. So imagine having a 10-year-old girl going through puberty, which happens easily, and goes to her teacher for help, or needs to go to the nurse to get what she needs to. They want to take that out.
That's about that 10-year-old in Cincinnati that got pregnant and she had to go across state lines and everything else to get
They
an
want
abortion.
to take out the whole conversation that teachers are not permitted to discuss this with elementary school students.
They're literally making like a law about it. Like
Yeah.
you can't teach girls under the 6th grade about like periods because it's like sexual information.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know how many girls get their periods at like 9 and 10?
Yep.
And so they're like sexualizing these girls for going through a natural thing. I'm like,
And
what's
that's
going
not
on?
fair because it just isn't. It isn't the right way of approaching information. You know. Go ahead. That's just stupid. I mean, you
That's
know.
just another way to quiet down
I mean, think
trafficking.
about being, imagine being 9 or 10 and getting your period as a girl. First of all, it's traumatic at any age when you get it for the first time. But to be 8 or 9 or 10 and this happens and you can't talk to anyone about it.
I remember one of the kids that I used to coach baseball. He was over the house. They were hanging out on Saturday, and he got his hands on the condom. And he brought it over to Freddie and Gio, and Mata was there, and Frankie. Now Frankie knew what it was, and they wanted to know how do you use this. And I had to educate him. What am I going to tell him? Fill it up with water, throw it out the window? No. My father, they thought my father had a disease. This is a real good one. My father, they thought he had syphilis, and he rest in peace. So I went and I took him to another doctor, and the test came back again positive for syphilis. So I went to Mom, do you sick? So my mother went to the doctor, no syphilis. So I said to the doctor, okay, there's got to be something wrong, because 2 tests came back positive. What's going on? Well, Mr. Santori, and then they give me the mumbo jumbo.
You had this conversation with your mom and dad?
Yeah.
How old were you?
40, 30,
Oh, okay,
40.
you were an
I was
adult.
I was an adult. And so I told my mother, Mom, I'm going to get Dad some condoms. My father said, what? What's a condom? He was never taught what a condom was.
I
So
would
I
have been
had
like, sorry, Ricky, no more nothing.
My mother kept saying that.
Exactly.
And my father says, oh, no, we've been together for over 60 years, and now you're going to tell me I can't? Come on now. So I taught him with a banana how to use a condom. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, we found out later that the test that he had taken, he had eaten, I think, seeds or poppy seeds or something, and it came back negative or something he drank. I don't know. I still don't understand. Never had it. And they put them through hell for 6 months.
You always had this open relationship with your parents to talk about anything.
Of course.
You guys too?
Yes, ma'am.
Jalen, you too? Josh? What's up? What's the question? You have an open relationship with your mom to talk about anything?
Sexual anything.
I'm on A2.
No?
So how do you
Everything
know?
I learned was from school.
That's what I'm wondering.
And my friends.
When our school, they're going to take it out.
What? No, they're not.
Yeah.
Before middle school, they want to take it out. As a guy, it's okay to take it out before middle school. As a girl, it's not, which means that as a guy, it's not,
Why
because
is it
girls
okay?
and guys interact.
They hit it early. When a guy hits puberty, they don't really have to worry about anything. They just got to worry about voice cracks and bad acne and stuff like that.
And hair where it don't belong.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen at 10 for boys.
Some boys I know, they're there
At
already.
10?
Yeah.
Really? You know why?
But that
I
It's
don't
the
wanna know
hormones
why.
in the meat that we're eating. It's what we're feeding our chickens and our cows.
And the
That's
milk.
what it is. I
and
ate
the
a
water.
chicken and I got hair in places that don't belong.
You know what happens to the little chickens at the slaughterhouses? They make it grow 10 times faster than it's supposed to, so its legs get way too big, and they can't stand on their own feet, and they topple over.
Yeah, that's how you get
Oh,
more
I
meat for
remember I
the-
told you I was talking to the makeup girl. 4 million chickens a year they foster. I'm
That's where all
calling
those
them
feathers came
foster.
from.
I tell her they foster them because they don't slaughter them there. 45 days they are full grown because that's what they do.
I lived in front of a chicken plant growing up in high school in Puerto Rico.
And you still eat chicken.
There was 400,000 chickens in there. And the smell was ridiculous. And these trucks used to come to feed them at 4 in the morning. And I used to tell my father, what the hell is that? He said, oh, it's a chicken, and the chicken industry. Purdue owned it. And we lived here, and it was right there. So I already knew what they did. You know, slaughter chickens and stuff. They used to have trucks come in and take them alive.
But you
to
still
the
eat
slaughterhouse.
chicken. Yeah. And meat. And everything else.
And everything else.
I know. I sort of have this torn feeling because what they do, but yet what we eat, I haven't bridged that gap. Of,
Have you
dealing with
ever
it.
grown an animal, kill it, and eat it?
No.
I had to do that too.
So I don't know if I could. If I had to do that, I don't know if I could eat that animal again.
What are you talking about? It's rabbit stew. Henry, I'm sorry, you got to go because you're
Well,
too
like
old.
look at Charlotte's Web. Would you eat Wilbur?
Yeah.
You
in a
would?
heartbeat, love bacon.
Would you eat Wilbur?
I don't
No.
eat pork.
Well, he doesn't eat bacon.
From Charlotte's Web.
I don't eat
Did you ever
pork.
read Charlotte's Web?
If you name an animal, can you eat it?
Thank you. Wilbur.
So you would starve rather than to eat an animal that knows that the animal was given to you to eat.
So my brother's kind of stepdaughter, there's a farming agriculture part of her high school where you like adopt a pig and you pay for the pig and you raise the pig and then you take the pig to the farm just like Charlotte's Web and then they slaughter the pig and then you get the ear tag back.
What's the problem?
I don't think I would ever eat pig again if I actually had to watch it, raise it, grow it, take it to the fair, and then they auction it, they take it, and then they distribute. Couldn't do it.
I had my.
That's in Orlando. That's like right here.
Yeah,
That's part of the agriculture of one of the schools in Orlando.
My grandfather had a pig pen, and he had piglets and stuff that he used to send. And it's funny because they show me how they have to cut off the testicles on the pigs. For whatever reason, I still don't know to today why they do that, but, and then they used to send them to the
So you know that new
slaughterhouse.
saying you've been saying for the past 2 days?
Yeah.
That's what makes me think of that.
Why?
Because, think about what you're saying. Don't say it on air. Exactly. It doesn't make sense in my head, the anatomy of that conversation.
Well, the problem is that pork belly is a big business.
Is that their belly?
Pork bellies is the pig products. And pork belly pig products are huge.
I
If
just
you
don't think
eat-
I could
if you
grow
eat
them
pork.
and do that. I don't know.
Well, you know, do you grow lettuce and eat that?
No.
I used to grow lettuce too.
Yeah,
Watermelon.
but that's not an animal. It's not a.
How do you know?
A living, breathing.
He has feelings too.
What about
lettuce has feelings too.
lettuce
by the
cries
way.
when you chew into it.
That's why
If you sit down and you
eat
start
on
thinking
it.
about everything that you eat,
We'd eat nothing.
you would eat nothing. Dirt. I ain't eating dirt.
I know you would eat nothing, right?
Like the plant burgers, which are now 3 times more expensive than a regular burger. I remember you couldn't find a plant burger. Josh loves plant burgers.
You got to watch out for them.
But they're bad for you.
They're terrible for you.
They have so much salt and so much.
No, they're filled with
fiber.
sodium.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous.
So I went to the grocery store last night and they had salmon patties, and I was that annoying woman and said, "What's in them?"
In a salmon, fish.
No, they were really great at Fresh Market because it was cheaper to get the salmon patties than a pound of salmon. It's just me and Chuck, and they actually read every ingredient in it.
In salmon?
In the salmon patties.
Oh, in the patties.
To let me know there was no MSG or this and that. So I thought that was kind of cool.
No. If you're gonna have salmon, have the fish.
Well, I normally do, but
they got turkey burgers now too.
Well, you
which
don't eat
is-
turkey burgers.
I understand, but it's a little healthier than red meat.
Well, I love pork chops. I don't care what color the meat is. The guy tells me at Carrabba's,
You do love pork chops.
what temperature do you want it? Cooked?
And yet we still haven't gone over anything that we're going to do, but we're going to take another commercial
Look.
break. You going
Can
to
I
take
play-
us out?
Can I play a song to take us out?
Absolutely. Josh Martin, National Mom and Pop Business Owners Day. I feel like that's us.
That's us.
Are we a mom and pop business owner?
Yes, we are.
I feel like we could kind of sit here. I should get some glasses. You can put on a hat. Josh, where you go? You got an open mic.
Where are you?
I gotta control my own thing.
They got
Gary ever call back from Del Rey?
I'll keep your eyes on the road, your hand upon the wheel. 80
thrill my soul. Alright. Roll, through my soul. I gotta beep, I gotta choo-choo. Hong Kong, da-da. Shakuna nature, Alula nature, Bong feature, yes, Ashen lady, give up your vows, give up your vows. Save our city, save our city. Oh, no. And I woke up in morning, I got myself a beer. And I woke up in morning and I got myself a beer. Our futures are certain and the end is always near. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll all night long.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are two good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
Call 855-350-4504 That's 855-350-4504. Call 855-350-4504 now.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight, guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
Brand new shows, only on AMP2 TV. We have All-in-One Insurance, Latin Hustle con Karen, Meta Magazine Show, Pitch 2 Production, The Florida Love Show, The Sixth Borough, Meet the Experts, Reinvented Life, Lights in the Night, and The Hangout. Tune in so you don't miss these amazing new shows. Only on AMP2 TV.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
There's so many things I can't decide what to use.
Hey, Josh Martin.
Nice song taking us out to commercial break, by the way.
Josh Martin brought his guitar.
I like it a lot. Guitar. Do you ever go to pick up the wrong thing and you don't know what and you go to...
Yeah, you've been all over the place. It's everybody that comes back from Texas always this way. I mean, Katie's the same one. When they come back, it's like people I don't recognize. What is wrong with you people?
I know. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, we have yet to discuss new things that are happening here at the studio.
Yes. What new things? I forgot.
We've got new shows starting. We've got Mike the Money Coach starting with Mike Velarde next week, which is a huge opportunity. But you can tune in to Meet the Experts, of course, with Mike Velarde on Thursday nights at 7:30. JC Dreesen is
Hold on.
back.
Mike Velarde is doing a new show. What's it called?
Mike the Money Coach.
And where's it airing?
On Roku. On the coaching channel.
On the coaching channel on Roku. Now, I want to tell you about Roku. Roku is an interesting platform. If you want to catch all the shows on there, they have tons of different shows. The Brooklyn Cafe has its own button on that show. So this is the coach, apparently. And we're going to be filming it to send it in there. You are more than welcome and invited to the studio while these shows are being taped. So she's going to run down what's going on in terms of tapes, in terms of shows. Come down, because we have something called a split, where you come in and the show is being taped live to the audience, and then it gets to play on Oldies of South Florida later that night, or a couple of days later. It all depends on the schedule, how it works out. But they can come and sit down, have a cup of coffee with us, and enjoy the show.
You know what's interesting is the change of perspective that we've got shows hosted by men now. And I know you're all laughing that, of course, there's show hosted by men. But that's not normally norm for our studio.
The game
right,
has
as far
changed,
as what we do. So Mike is now going to have two shows. He's got Meet the Experts, and he's got Mike the Money Coach. And starting next week, we have a new show called Wisdom Cafe, and that's with Arthur Tassinello. And that's going to be a fantastic show airing Wednesdays at 3 o'clock.
That's right. And this author has a book that if you watch the show and you come in to watch it being taped, you can talk to Arthur. If you have a kid going to school, freshmen, colleges, I highly, highly recommend you come and talk to him and get this book. Give it to your kid. Let him learn more about himself entering that phase of his life. I wish all of our kids in here had that book before they went to college. It makes a huge, huge difference. And that show has a message for everybody. It's going to be a great show.
What do you think the over-under message of that is?
Learn who you are. You know, when I went to NYU and I was 16, I was scared to death because I didn't see anything but people around me. My football coach was there, and he's hugging me on West 4th Street in the middle of the street. I said, oh, thank God, it's a friendly face. But I was scared to death. And then you have to grow up when you're going to college. They ain't going to wait for you. You either jump on the train and be an adult, or you don't. And sometimes you don't get over that initial, it takes 2 or 3 years. It's tough. This book will explore who you are, talk to you, give you assignments and things of that nature. Best book I've ever seen. I wish I had it when I was going to college.
When you were in school, I should ask everyone actually, was there the conscious on your shoulder that says, Freddie, don't do it, and you're thinking, I'm going to do it, and then you had this little voice going, don't do it, Freddie, because if you do this, something's going to happen.
You know, it's funny.
Who's that voice in your head?
It's funny. When I went, I turned down going to Marquette. I was on my way to the airport when NYU called. I ended up going to NYU. And I took the summer program, and I made it, and I was in. Everything was good. And I sat there one day at my desk in my house, and I said something to myself that I regret ever saying it. I said to myself, wow, you made it. Because I had a dream about going to a private school. I was the first one in my family. And I went. My uncles all went and studied in Spain, in Europe, in the States. And I said to myself, you know what? You did it. And the worst thing in my life happened. Everything went downhill after that. Studies got hard. I wasn't prepared for NYU. I was too young. Everything imaginable, psychological,
Why'd you go
physical.
to NYU instead of Marquette?
Because I thought that NYU was in my city. I
okay.
grew up in New York, and I came to New York, and man, NYU was somebody, and I had a free ride. I got paid to go to school. Paid. When I tell you I got paid, I got money coming in my direction. Not like these poor guys in here now. They have these
Crazy,
loans.
right? Yeah.
And NYU was an experience. I got my badge when I was in auxiliary. I got to go to family court. I got to go state Supreme Court.
But you know, when you're getting ready to have a drink that you shouldn't have, or go to a club that you know you shouldn't be, or go hang out with people that you know you shouldn't do, but yet you say it's going to be okay until it's not.
I didn't do it. I would
You
not.
never had that voice in your
would
head?
not jeopardize.
You guys ever have that voice that you shouldn't do something, but you do it anyway? You don't do it.
One time that to me and something bad happened, I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, after that,
But did you learn from that?
yeah, I learned a lot from it. I just listen to myself now.
Gotta
When
listen to yourself and not do
I
it.
almost flunked out my freshman year. I got anxiety back in the day. It was called. They didn't know what to call it. I got anxiety, and I was partying. I found out what an adult can do and couldn't do, and I was like having a great time. And I lost my medical background. I didn't become a doctor because of it. And I sat down and said, Self, you got to finish. You got to get this done. I got back on the horse. So I don't take nothing for granted anymore. You know, people laugh that in studio I see things, and I don't take anything for granted. If there's a painting that's crooked, I go fix it. I will stop everything I got to do to make that painting straight. Because once you lose it, you never get it back. And what an opportunity you have to get a degree, a college degree, to be able to do it. Yeah, you have loans and all that, but you can pay all that back. Don't be afraid to succeed.
But it's not just for college. There are choices we make as adults that everyone makes, that you're at this crossroads and you think, I can do it, I'm going to be fine, I'm an adult, or I should really go right instead of left. There's choices.
You
even
live your
simple
life
things,
like that?
like I should not have stepped on that yellow curb at the car wash. I'm not even saying anything has to be catastrophic. And the voice in my head said, don't stand on that yellow curb. You're going to slip. And the other voice said, you're going to be fine. It's one step. boom, out.
Me and G-Man went to the car wash, and
Step
we
on the yellow
analyzed
curb?
what you felt.
Mm-hmm.
And we reenacted. We tried to reenact it. We still don't know how you did it.
So I'm just saying, it doesn't have to always be a catastrophic decision.
You should have
of-
seen
of a
G-Man
bad
on
choice.
one leg. He was like this.
It
He
was
looked
me
like,
just stepping
It
on
looked
the
like
yellow
that
curb.
movie, that
But
movie.
now I've got yellow curb PTSD, I have to tell you.
But we don't know how you did it. You must be like an acrobat.
I don't know
Because
how
to
I did
slip
it
and
either.
fall, that thing has grooves in it.
I don't know how I did it. No, it wasn't that. It was like the sidewalk yellow. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this
those are
painted yellow.
dangerous.
We were right there.
It was that were painted yellow. And I
And
guess
that car wash is amazing.
Slip real quick.
Me and G-Man saw the car wash. That is got to be the best car wash.
like the soap suds. I guess there was just soap on it. And I went, but that was a bad decision on my head. So it doesn't always have to be, something huge, life-changing. It could be as simple as putting your foot in a pothole and there you go.
You know, they used to have car lighters in the car to light a cigarette. You guys remember those?
They don't,
And-
do you?
And so my uncle had a Cadillac, and I was sitting in the back, and I hit the car lighter, and I took it out, and it was glowing, and I put my finger in it.
Oh.
Instant melt. I think my fingerprint came off.
Oh. Ow.
That was a bad, and I guarantee you, I didn't do it again.
But I got to tell you, I used to love the smell
Of what, my
of
burnt
that lighter.
finger?
Not your burnt finger, but the lighter.
Yeah. It was cool watching people smoke in the cars.
I didn't like the smell
Meanwhile,
of the
they were
cigarettes.
killing me.
I didn't like the smell of the cigarette, but I thought the smell of the lighter was kind of cool. I don't know, it's
but
weird.
you ever remember growing up and everybody was smoking in the car, the adults, and you're
was
taking
gross.
it in? And they used to buy the cigarettes that were candy.
The gum cigarettes?
Smoke Smarties, crushed them up.
Yeah. Smarties? What's a Smartie?
A sweet tart.
Like tablet.
Like a little sweet tart.
And how
Yeah, they
did you
come in a roll?
smoke that?
Yeah, they crush it.
So you smoke
roll
it?
And it's like, if you hit it a lot, you smoke it.
You used to roll that?
No, you just crush it.
Crud, we used to roll Smarties. Go back to doing that.
No, I used to buy the fake cigarettes and used to blow out and the smoke used to
I
come out.
never
Like
liked the
all
smell
that
of
powder.
cigarettes, though, but yeah, things have changed.
And then I decided to get sophisticated when I went to NYU, and I got a pipe. I threw up. It was the worst experience of my life.
You like cigars?
Then when I came to Miami, I didn't know what a cigar was. And I see these Cubans out there rolling them up. And it was like those big poppers. So I said, oh, let me try a cigar. Threw up then.
You don't like it? You guys, anyone smoke cigars? It's a thing. Women like to smoke cigars now, too.
Cigars alright.
And they dip it in bourbon. Like you're supposed to do something when you dip it in bourbon. It's the most disgusting thing I have ever had in my life. It's disgusting.
To me, it's still tobacco. It's not any safer than a cigarette or
Yeah.
anything else.
I don't think it is.
It's just, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's,
It's
a duck.
disgusting.
You can
What
take
about
it and roll
baseball
it and
players when they used to chew
Oh.
tobacco?
They still do that.
The guy.
That's the most disgusting
the guy
thing.
my
The
dad
teeth are
used
black.
to work with in the fire business. He used to always put it in his mouth and have the cup next to him.
And then they
His
have a
one in the
pinch.
office room.
They take a pinch and they put it in their gum.
The whole thing.
And then
The
they
hell
get
is
mouth
that?
cancer. I
Teeth
mean,
is
tobacco
black.
is tobacco. It's just going right into your membranes. But even vaping, people who think vaping's safe,
That's worse.
it's going right into your lungs.
Vaping is going to kill you because they used to say that the heat from the cigarette was what was killing the lung. So they come out with vaping that doesn't have any heat. But it's the chemicals in it
Exactly.
that'll kill you.
Yep, whatever you're doing. We had this conversation on a morning show. You're better off doing the pure leaf of what it is, and at least you know what it is.
You see, you want to smoke a leaf, eat lettuce.
Exactly, because lettuce has feelings too.
Did you know they almost completely eradicated smoking in our generation, and then they come up with vapes and went off the market? They generate smoking used to be almost gone.
Yep.
And,
So now
almost completely.
vaping is taking its place. You know, the problem with vaping is because they put the funny leaf in it.
But no, they can't even vape flavored tobacco.
But it ain't tobacco.
I don't even mean the funny stuff. You
It's
can
the funny
vape
stuff.
tobacco.
Yeah, but now they do these blunts where they have tobacco and funny leaf, and they mix it.
You said funny leaf?
You know the funny leaf.
Funny leaf. Oh, I love funny leaf.
Tobacco, yes.
I'm like,
Cigarettes
funny
were
leaf,
pretty
what
much
is that?
eradicated after everything, and
Have
people
you
were
ever
dying from
seen how
cancer.
they unleaf? They take all the tobacco out of, let's say, a cigar,
Yeah.
and then they put the funny leaf, and they make 2 cigars. And all of a sudden, they're having funny leaf and cigar. And it's like a giant party.
And what it is that's killing them when they take the black and miles out, that white lining of tobacco, that's the tobacco pulp.
And what is a tobacco pulp?
It's the pulp of the tobacco.
The pulp.
Oh, the pulp.
Yeah. And
That's-
it hits you worse.
that
That's
stuff
what
will-
sits on your lungs.
That stuff will kill you.
It's all gonna kill you. It's all gonna kill
It's
you.
like anything else. It's like drinking too much will kill you. Tobacco, too much tobacco.
Everything in moderation.
Too much sugar will kill you. Just regular sugar. Eat that every day. You're gonna die.
Bologna sandwiches and white bread. Eat that. I'm
Bologna,
kidding.
you won't die eating bologna every day.
What kind of bologna did you like?
My bologna
Oscar
had a
Mayer?
first name.
I know honey
Do they
maple
still
turkey.
make that?
Yeah.
You still open up the round containers and you
Yes,
pull
with
the
the
top
red.
back?
It has the red thing around it. Anybody know what that red thing is? Let me know. You take it off,
The
right?
casing of it. It's when you put all the mush parts and Teddy's gonna die right now. You grind it, you put it in. You need a casing to form it when it goes.
It's like a hot dog.
That's
What
exactly
color
what it
is
is.
a
Or
hot
sausage.
dog? What color is a hot dog?
Or
Real
sausage.
color.
Bologna color.
What color?
Like
He
red.
says bologna
Gray.
color.
A sausage is gray. I mean, a hot dog is gray. They put red dye number 7, which is another problem,
Oh.
in a hot dog.
And that's the worst thing, the red dye.
The red dye.
Oh, wow. Because I know what you're talking about, the gray links, the gray sausages that you, from Jenny
And I
O's.
love
Sweet
sausage.
bologna? No.
You guys eat sausage? No, you don't eat sausage. You eat sausage? I know you don't.
Not pork sausage.
It's
What
gotta
about
be beef.
turkey sausage?
Yeah, I'll eat
Yes.
I love all kinds of sausage. I don't care if it's turkey. I don't care if it's beef. I don't care what it could be, pork in spaghetti, meatball with sausage. Ugh, and I can't eat that.
So I was at the hotel and I needed a quick breakfast. So they had an egg, bacon, and cheese sandwich. It was the day of the wedding. So I couldn't eat the bread, and I don't eat bacon. So here I am. Here's the bread for you. Here's the bacon for you. I ended up with an egg. They could have just given me the egg, but no.
Why?
Because you can't. I don't eat all that stuff.
You don't eat bacon?
Not really.
Not really? That's like saying I'm a little pregnant.
Like I will if it's maybe, but it's not. I won't order bacon.
Why?
I don't. It's just not my. I don't really eat.
You have
I don't really
ketchup?
like pork. Yeah.
Boy, that's like an almost.
Yeah.
And people calling in.
But I don't put bacon in my ketchup on my bacon. You put bacon in your ketchup?
I put ketchup on anything.
But
I
they
used
have
to.
everything, crust everything now on bacon.
I used to put ketchup on everything. I don't do that no more. Now, you ever have rice and beans?
Of course.
Regular rice, white rice? You like
Yes,
white rice?
yellow rice.
They're
I
great.
can't eat that either.
The only thing I can eat like every single day: white rice, black beans, and chicken.
Okay.
That's the greatest.
Chicken?
every
That's
day?
an animal. You
Greatest
don't need
combination
chicken.
of all time.
He eats chicken now.
Now, do you ever put ketchup in your rice and beans?
No.
No.
put
Have
hot
you ever
sauce.
tried it?
No.
Hot sauce is okay. Ketchup has more flavor.
The barbecue sauce, because you go to Pollo, you could get the guava barbecue sauce and put it on
You
the
could do
chicken
that.
and rice.
But try the I shouldn't even tell them this because I don't want that. There's a good ketchup. You can put rice and beans and some ketchup on it and you mix it up. Oh my God. I can't eat that anymore. So now I can have cauliflower rice and beans. Changes the equation.
But you got to buy the cauliflower rice made, otherwise it stinks up your refrigerator.
Why?
Cauliflower?
Yep.
I once bought it uncooked, and I put it in the refrigerator. It was all shredded cauliflower.
Yeah, you got to cook.
Like,
You gotta cook.
like the smell of Brussels sprouts.
Yep. Someone call?
It rang, and then.
Listen, if you're calling, call back. Don't hang up.
All right. Coffee news time.
We do the questions.
Yes, let's do trivia questions before we wrap
Why,
up.
did you read
on-
them? You know
No,
the answers?
you know what we didn't do today?
That's not fair. Josh.
Hump day.
Oh, it's on there. It's look under audio.
I realize it's Wednesday.
It is?
We gotta sit up.
There it is.
Is that you that did that noise?
No, it was Katie.
No, that was from Geico.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Is hump day? What is the 4th longest river in Africa?
Fourth longest. The
Congo.
Congo.
I'm only going to say the one river I know, the Nile.
It starts with the letter Z for Zorro.
The Zimbabwe River.
How'd you know that?
You said Z. That's the only place I know that starts with a Z.
Is
in
that what
Africa.
it is?
Yeah. You got it. Zimbabwe. The Davis Cup is awarded in what sport? The Davis Cup. Come on, you know this.
Davis Cup?
Yeah.
Hockey.
No.
Tennis, I think it is.
Tennis.
I thought it was
Kava
Louis
is a
Vuitton.
traditional drink in the South Pacific Island country called.
Where'd kava originate?
They make a water also that's famous from.
Fiji.
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
Kava's from Fiji?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the byproduct of what the water is goes through.
Interesting.
That's not true. I made it up.
I know.
A calligrapher draws what with what? A
Calligrapher?
calligrapher.
Draws
Calligrapher.
letters with pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Ink.
Nope.
Wait, can you read this question?
A calligrapher draws with what?
A calligraphy pen.
Nope.
Yeah.
A fountain pen.
Nope.
What?
See, you're learning something here.
Yes.
Think about where the calligraphy came from back in prehistoric days.
A hammer and
From
nail.
rocks?
A hammer and nail.
Chalk.
Chisel.
A hammer and nail.
Oh, chalk.
That's
Chalk?
it. Chalk. A calligrapher, it all started with the chalk.
Oh.
And then it
I
turned
feel like
into
the way
everything
that
else.
question was phrased was a little confusing.
Yes, it is. Well, that's why the village news here, the coffee news is very clear. What is the boiling point of water at sea level?
The boiling point
Of water?
At sea level. There's a reason why they say that.
300 degrees?
Where does water boil normal?
Is it isn't it 300?
250.
250 is incorrect. What?
300?
Now, I got to ask, you guys go to college, right? You should know this.
We went to
Been
college. You
done
know
with
that?
math.
I went to college to study animation, not math.
All right, give me the common number in Celsius.
360.
In
Celsius.
Celsius, 100.
Oh, Celsius.
Celsius is 100.
Yes.
It's
So
like
what do you think
three
is Celsius is in Fahrenheit?
Isn't it 350 or 300 something?
212.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Is that true?
Yeah. You know, and it's funny because I almost paid you a compliment before. If I had your brain coming out of college, I would have been a brainiac. I would have been retired by now. I would have been the CEO of a big, huge company. Right?
I am. I'm CEO of this big, huge company. Yeah.
I have nothing more to say. All right, Aries first.
Yes.
Sometimes Aries has a tendency to immediately respond to stimuli and input. Oh, that is so true.
True.
I don't finish the sentence and you stimuli and input. This week, you may want to consider taking a step back and waiting a bit before taking action. Too late. We should have read this on Monday.
Should have.
You think that's true?
Yes, I'm quick to answer.
Yeah. You even don't let the question finish.
True.
But that's good. That means you're thinking. Virgo the Virgin. Virgos have a natural practical talent. That energy is highlighted now. You might use it to bring a project or other effort to completion and begin to plan your next steps. It's pretty good for you. Gives you the shoulder.
Well, he's got a music video he and G-Man are going to start working on this weekend.
Well, he has all sorts of stuff going on. What's yours, G-Man? Like my sister. Capricorn. Capricorn is one of the signs that belongs to the earth element group. There ain't no more earth than you. Now, however, you have an opportunity to add some water element energy. This may help stimulate your intuition. Your old lady is what? Really? Run.
Isn't
Run.
Baxine a Gemini?
Yes. Like I said, run. What's yours, J-Lo?
Aquarius.
In the age of Aquarius. The last 2 years, you may have felt external pressure to be disciplined about mundane, everyday tasks. Wow, that's hitting it on the head, huh? This period is ending as of right now, as is the energy that helped you achieve it. So now you are going to enter a new phase. There's a new J-Lo in the house. You know, it's really funny. I was thinking about this because I know you hate J-Lo. But we could have made fun and say J-Lo will appear at the next show. And she walks in.
But her name is Jaylyn.
But nobody knows that. And if you didn't say anything, nobody would know that still.
What?
Right?
What's yours, Pisces?
Wait a minute. What's
Teddy, September 5th.
Teddy? What is that?
I thought she was also a Virgo.
She's a Virgo like
I like Josh. And what about the other one?
Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Also Aquarius.
And what about
Zaria.
Zorro?
Virgo.
I like
All
Josh.
right.
Okay, we got everybody.
Except you.
Mine is a planetary shift is going to put pressure on Pisces for the next 2 years. You know, I'm beginning to feel that a little constipated. I feel a little constipated. I have to take a pill. The challenge of this period will be to ground your intuitive nature with more practical, achievable goals. Yeah, right. That ain't happening. But thank you for playing. Get your coffee news. Get it now. Get it while it's hot. Here's Dawn's picture right here. Now, you know that you're here and in Delray. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And we have winners of the Coffee News contest. Let me see if the winner's here. 2 tickets to the movies in Delray in Boca and 2 tickets to the movies in Delray for the one that goes out in Delray, because this is now in Delray.
And check your inbox. Our marching into April newsletter just went out today. So thank you to our editor, Katie Zivley, for putting that together. You'll see some new pieces coming into the studio. Check out our artwork, our mini gallery. Everything here is for fun, for sale, and you can take a piece home, see how it looks in your house. Ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, why not?
Tune in tonight to Sarah Spiritual at 6:30 until 9. You can always call into the studio to ask those important questions. So have a great afternoon.
Oh, wait a minute. Today's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Tomorrow, opening day, baby. All 32 Major League Baseball teams will be playing.
Do we have
all
Mr. Baseball
32.
coming in?
I don't know. I was going to ask Josh. We should do something. We have some new elements coming out to remind you it is opening day. The Mets and the Marlins at 4:30 at that godforsaken field called
Marlins
Marlin
Stadium.
Park.
Going?
I don't have to.
Ah.
I bought in. I can see every game from here.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and we will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. drive time.
As always, don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.